Hey guys, KP Layouts here, and I got a video for you today against Topher and SuperBeast on Beasleys. Hutzy and I are going to be Anders Brute versus their cutter Arby. And yeah, I just love Beasleys so much, always getting cheesed all the time, and that's all Topher and SuperBeast ever do. So this game I'm going to be doing a new strategy that I decided to try, and you guys will see how that goes. I'm planning on going 2 Brute squads, and then dropping my temple. But I decided to go 3, and yeah, I'm not going to do that again based on what happens in this game. But right here I'm going to go up here and pick up their money and see what reactor they're going. And at first I thought that they were going reactor 4th because I saw his 3rd supply pad, but I didn't see where his reactor was. So I thought he was doing like a really bad build at first, and I was going to try and stop his reactor. Right here I'm going to pick up 1 set with my chieftain, and after I pick up the 1st set with my chopper, I'm going to go over and ram a hog, because I figured it'd help to give Hutzy some sort of hog lead if I could hurt some hogs, since Topher can't really do that much with his ghost. And right here I thought his hog was picking up this money, which would have been good, but he's actually going to let me pick up 2 sets this game with my chieftain. And then I got like 1.5 sets with my chopper, so that's really good. And right here is going to try and spawn block me. So I was telling Hutzy to come back and help me with the spawn block, but then I realized that he was just bluffing. So I'm going to go ahead and get my unlock on. And my goal here is to stop his 3rd supply pad from coming up. It's just easier if I rush rivers across from me, so that way I can actually do some damage with my brutes. I usually try and take a hook, but it doesn't really pay off for me when I get my base cheesed. So I wanted to try and do some damage. And right here you'll see I tried stopping their reactor, but I realized that they were actually going to reactor 3rd. So I do kill the supply pad over here, and gonna keep their UNSC down. I figured it'd help to stop them from being able to cheese me, since he's not going to be making as much money this game. And I'm not really sure where their hogs are at this time. I thought they were going to be spawn blocking me, but obviously they let my brutes get through. Right here's when I drop my temple and I go for Citadel. And I'm sending my chopper over to the Arbiter's base. At this point in the game we're really trying to stop their suicide grunts. And right here my 3rd brute comes out and they're going to kill it. And Topher's about to show up at my base with his Arbiter, ready to do that cheese. But they do see that I dropped my temple, so they know I'm going for Citadel. So they just go ahead and leave and clear my hook. So at this point in the game they're going to have a hook, but their base only has 2 supply pads. And right here his Arbiter shows up and rages down my brute squads. And I'm going to split up my brute squads to make it harder for him to rage him. And it looks like he doesn't have enough money. And I think about now, their hogs have already cleared my hook, and they're coming back to double team on my chieftain. So my haul's almost up, and what I was going to do was I was going to put a grunt squad in their hook, but they decide to double team me to where I can't do that. So I'm going to try and get some vortex off, try and hurt their hogs, but they're microing pretty good. And Hutzy makes a call out to me at this point in the game that they have unlocked grunt squads, and I'm going to buy this pad. But he's going to unlock like 5 suicide grunts on me, which is really, really bad for me. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to take this hook. And I'm going to try and kill all their suicide grunts right here. I figured if I didn't kill them all, then they're just going to come on offense with them and keep my pads down. And they're buying the pad to make it harder for me to vortex. But I do kill all their suicide grunts, so I'm really happy about that. And I was going to try and kill their hogs, but they got away right in time to avoid getting killed. And right here I'm going to get my chieftain to recall. And Hutzy cleared our other hook. So right now we have 2 hooks and they have 2 hooks. And I do have that black bar brute squad on their base. It's not really doing much, but I figured it would help. And I was going to put a grunt squad in this hook, but apparently SuperBeast did buy the the turret, which is going to help him out this game. And Hutzy has an engagement with SuperBeast that's pretty good, and I'm going to try and vortex his hogs. And my chieftain's now dead, and not a lot I can do right now. I'm just trying to get my summit up. I don't have a temple.
Base under attack.
And right here they sent all their hogs over, and they're going to actually stop my temple. So there's not really much I can do. Hutzy's going to go over to, looks like he's going to go over to their hook. And right here I hovered over the resign button because I thought it was just GG, I can't do anything. But I actually thought we lost. But I decided to start clicking Hutzy. I can't get a temple up. I lost my summit, I can't do anything. And right here the Arbiter's going to recall. And Hutzy's going to have to try and split off their Arbiter. But right here their Arbiter doesn't have enough money to rage. So Hutzy's going to get away. I think he lost about two or three hogs. But it would have been a lot worse if he had more money. And right here I'm buying suicide grunts. I'm not suicide grunts, I'm buying grunt squads to help fight their hogs. I figured if I could just grunt a couple it might help out Hutzy. I'm just not really sure what else to do right here. And right here they decided to leave my base for a second, so I figured I would start putting my grunt squads next to my pad to defend it as it comes up. And though my base is looking pretty bad, I do have 2 supply pads on the hooks, which is gonna help out a lot. So once I get a temple up, I should be in a lot better position. And it looks like all the hooks were given to SuperBeast. And Hutzy did get a hook on their side. So SuperBeast has 3 pads on the hooks and Topher has none. And it looks like he's just going to go full RB this game. And as my temple's coming up, I'm just spamming grunt squads to help defend my base the best they can. And now they have a tank and all their hogs. And Hutzy's going to D-bomb and try and kill their Arbiter. And it looks like he's going to kill their Arbiter right here. So now it looks like Topher's Arbiter is dead. My temple just got up. And I know this is a little unorthodox, but I'm in a really bad position. So I am going Hunters. And Hutzy just cleared his base, and now he's going to come over to my base and help defend me. And I'm buying Brute Squads and Hunters with this temple, so this is going to kind of help Hutzy fight them off. And it's just Goss, sometimes they don't do enough damage to be able to kill the tank quickly, and my Hunter shots are going to help speed that up to where everything gets off my base a little bit faster. So I got about 3 units shooting at this tank. And I wanted to micro my my Hunter to where it wouldn't get like rammed to death before Hutzy came in. So right here they are going to kill my temple, but we're going to kill all of their units. And we're going to go back and clear my hook. Hutzy's going to clear the top hook and the turret, and I'm going to clear the bottom hook. And while my temple's coming up, I'm going to go ahead and put double summit up on this hook. And this is what's really going to put me back into the game. Because once my temple's up and I got my summits going, we're going to be looking like we're in a much better position. We're going to be on top in this point in the game. So Hutzy's going to go ahead and push on their Cutter's main. And he sees that there's 2 tanks on his hook. And right here they have Canister Shell coming up. And Hutzy's going to try and stop it with his hogs. And it looks like they down-teched and they're going to a double pump. So this is going to be really big for us if we can stop this. And as you can see here, Hutzy does destroy it. And I'm going to go shield now so they can't do any like... I wasn't sure if they're going to go full RB or Banshees or anything for sure. So this is just to defend me so tanks can't push on me and they just can't do anything to me anymore. But yeah, Hutzy did stop their Canister Shell. And they down-tech double pumped. So they're in a really bad position right now. We still don't look too much better because, you know, tanks and Arby's can be better than Gosshogs, so I need to try and get some units out. Well, Hutzy does go ahead and kills their other depot. So Hutzy did really good right there. That came in really clutch and put us back into the game. And it also gave me time to build up. While they were busy defending him, I was able to get my double summit up. I'm sitting on 4 upgraded pads, so I'm looking a lot better at this point in the game. And right here, I have like a brute squad that's just chilling on their side of the map, and it's not really able to do too much damage, but it is a really good scout. I see that they upgraded a reactor, and now they're building their 3rd tech. So now they're back on 3rd tech, and they're gonna be going for Cancer Shell. And they do see that I'm on a double summit right now, so they're gonna be going Wolverines at this point, since Topher's going full Arby. And this is just gonna help to where they can have a better defender's advantage against my Banshees. So Hutzy right now wants me to come over with my Banshees, and we're gonna pick off these tanks since the Arbiter is over at my hook. And the Arbiter's gonna drop my 2 summits right here with their suicide grunts. And now they're sitting on 3 tanks. I'm really trying to kill this one, and now I see that they have Wolverines. So they have quite a bit of tanks, and they went ahead and just dropped my my hook really fast. And Hutzy goes in to do a push. If I was to do something differently, I would have just not had us push and me clear my hooks back to where I could have my double summon up faster. Because right here we're going to try and double team them while they're separated from the Arbiter. And I'm going to lose all my Banshees. We're going to do a lot of damage and kill stuff, but I'm going to lose my Banshees and I don't have summits anymore. So right now I'm going to be out of the game for a little bit until I can get my summits back. So right here I'm going to drop a pad on my base for a summit. And Hutzy's just going to continue to do damage with his hogs. And the Arbiter's going to have to recall or rage run over here. And the Arbiter shows up, and they do have our base. But Hutzy already has a hog over there shooting at it, trying to stop it. I have this turret here, and Hutzy is going to have to deal with their Arbiter again because they recalled to the Expo, even though it has black bar health. So Topher does kill a few more hogs there, which is really good for them. Right here I'm going for Tech 2, and I got my 2nd summit building. And I just have so much money because I'm not able to build any units, and once again this game is looking bad for us. We had a rough start early on, and now we're also in a bad position. So it's like one of those games that's just flip-flopping back and forth. We're looking good, then we're not, and then we're looking good again, then it's just bad again. Topher does stop my 2nd summit, which is a little frustrating. And he's not done yet. He's going to rage down my turret also, and then stop my pad again. So unfortunately I'm having to destroy a upgraded pad to build my next summit. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And Hutzy's going back on offense, just trying to get them off our side of the map. And he's gonna try and fight that tank, I think. Well, now he's being defended by 2 tanks, so he's just gonna go ahead and head out. And right now we're really struggling to try and take this 3rd base. Hutzy does have a solid 2nd base. It's really good that he took the base next to the Arbiter because we were able to keep that the entire game, and it is a station. But we're really struggling to fight over this 3rd base, especially with their Arbiter continuing to take it. And I get my Chieftain back out, and I'm going for Stun Hammer now. And I was thinking that at this point in the game it'd be good to have a Tech 2 Chieftain. But we're going to try and stop this base. And it looks like he's going to kill that hog. So it's up to me to try and stop this base by myself. And I do have Tech 2 Banshees, which is going to help. But Topher's going to be circling around the base with his Arbiter trying to rage down my Banshee. And I do have a Chieftain here now with Stun Hammer, so I'm going to just try and kill the base with my Chieftain. And Hutzy's actually having an engagement with their tanks on their side of the map. He's going to take their Expo. And I have 5 Tech 2 Banshees at this point in the game. So together, I told Hutzy, let's fight them. And we're going to try and kill all these tanks real quick. So we have a good engagement. So far we've killed one tank. It looks like we're going to kill another one. So we're actually doing really good right here, and I told Hutzy to go ahead and take the base, because I was thinking that we're in a great position. We can actually fight right now. And then we see that there's two more tanks over here. It's just all their tanks are split up, so this is really giving us a nice engagement. So we're going to go ahead and kill these next two tanks as well. And then now their Arbiter shows up, and now they got Wolverines, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Banshees out of here. And with my Chieftain, I'm going to scout this third base for Hutzy, so he can try and take it. And Hutzy's really trying to stop that that weak health tank. So now I have the base scouted for Hutzy. He can't afford it just yet because he did buy the base on their side. And now he picks up the base. And right now I'm just trying to keep their pads down, and they do have two Wolverines on defense, which just rapes my Banshees, so I'm going to have to keep off their side of the map. And I'm checking out Topher's base right now to see if he has any summits, and it looks like he still has no summits, which means we have more time to harass on their side of the map. And I kept scouting this base because I just really wanted to make sure they did not get a third base. And it looks like Topher right here is going back to stop Hutzy's third base again. And Hutzy's gonna debomb the Arbiter and try and kill him here to keep his third base. Hutzy fails at debombing and killing him because he got out and recalled, but he is going to be able to keep up the base, which is going to help us out because the Arbiter kept killing it and taking it and killing it and taking it. So this is going to help us out because we really need a third base to pump enough hogs to fight against these tanks and fight against their defender's advantage. And with my Chieftain here, I'm trying to clear the middle with Hutzy's help to get more money. And I do see that his Arbiter is getting healed next to the base with all the money, so I try shooting at him to stop his heal. And Hutzy's going to try and kill the Arbiter right here. But SuperBeast really did a good job at sending his tanks over at the perfect time to stop us from killing the Arbiter. So that was really good teamwork on their part. So we're forced to back off. Right here I buy Tech 2 Chieftain. And I'm just really trying to scout all these bases, make sure that they do not take them. And they're going to clear our hook at this point. And I figured since they're going to be over there, I should send my Banshees to their base. And I see that they have a Wolverine sitting there. So that was another good move by them. But I figured I would just try and kill their Wolverine. That way I could sit on their base and do more damage. But they, I guess they figured that I was going to do that, so they moved around to the back of the base. So since I'm in the back, I'm just going to go ahead and drop these pads. I figure the more damage I do to SuperBeast, the better off we're going to be. So I kill two pads, and then I'm going to try and kill this Wolverine. And Hutzy does clear our hook for me, which is really going to help me out. And right here I see that they have vampires, which is really, really bad for us. But I figured that they were going to eventually. Now my Tech 2 Chieftain here, I sent him on offense. And I really should not have done that. But at the same time, while they're busy killing my Chieftain, we're going to be able to stop their third base, which is going to be very helpful. And I'm boosting all my Banshees over there, trying not to get stasis. And I was just checking Topher's base to see if he dropped his shield for a summit, and he did not. Because if he did, then we'd have been able to just go push on him. But he knew better than to do that. And Hutzy right here has an engagement with their Arbiter, but he's going to get away. He's going to lose about 2 more hogs. But he gets away from the Arbiter. And I'm starting to get up quite a few Banshees. I'm sitting on 11 Banshees. And I only have about 3 vampires. So they don't have that many yet. And I'm going to come over here and try and kill some of their tanks, but I see that they have their 2 wolves with them, so that's just not worth it.
Local units.
And Hutzy's just keeping his numbers together and building up.
All units.
And I'm just stacking my banshees. And soon we're going to start getting in a position where we want to attack.
Local units. All units.
And I'm pretty sure right here Hutzy takes a 4th base. He's picking up the money with those 2 hogs.
All units.
So yeah, he takes his 4th base here.
All units.
And I'm going to go over and scout this base again and make sure they do not have a 3rd. But Hutzy's just building up to full pop at this point
Local units.
while I try and get full pop banshees.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to
Local
And Hutzy sends a scout hog up, and we're going to go ahead and clear this hook real quick.
You could actually probably man blue or something.
And Topher bought both, this way he can pump his vampires and still be able to rage and it not hurt him at all. And I'm going to take both of these since I'm kind of behind on money compared to Hutzy while he has all the bases.
Their Arbiter coming along.
And right here we're going to just go off on his base. We were kind of testing to see if they're in the region, if they're nearby to defend it. But apparently they're out of place with their units. So we're actually going to be able to drop the shield and we're going to try and kill this base right here. And right here I tell Hutzy to drop a cryo bomb on them, but he cannot afford it just yet. And we're just going to have to wait till we can afford it.
Warehouse complete.
And about now is when he's able to afford it, and he drops it and he gets just about all of their vampires, which is really good for us. Now they only have 1 vampire.
All units.
And now Topher's base is dead. Now we're going to just team up on these tanks right here so Hutzy can get his hogs out. And Topher can't really afford to rage right now. And I'm going to start clicking Hutzy's to where he's not delayed on his pump. And right now it's really important that we defeat Topher, because if we let them sit in the game too much longer, if we let them build up with their defender's advantage, they're just going to keep us down. So right here I'm going to go over here and kill Topher's base. And I told Hutzy to come over and help me because I was really worried. But Topher decides to resign because there's nothing he can do. But SuperBeast does not want to resign. He thinks that they still had a chance of winning. So Topher is he's out of the game, and then SuperBeast is gonna play it out.
This is a great game to post.
And I see that he destroyed a reactor for a supply pad. So I was just thinking he needed more money, and he already has a double reactor. But we're gonna see that he actually has power turret, which I really wasn't expecting. So I don't know if Topher gave him a couple clicks or if he's just able to afford it. But he does have power turret at this point. And unfortunately, there's just nothing he can do. He can't fight this off. Our banshees and hogs together are gonna kill everything he has. So Topher was right to resign. Topher's gonna send me a message here saying hi to YouTube. And so, hi YouTube, coming from Topher. And that about wraps up the game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and continue to support my channel. Have a great day.